Okay, welcome back. This is Jason with the Olympus campaign, and we are on lantern year number 12. True enough. And so our survivors have returned. So set up settlement, I've done that, as you can see. Survivors return. And so the survivors have returned, and we have Valkyrie, who is our hoarder. So whenever you are returning survivor, archive one resource gained from the last showdown and gain a courage. So she's going to gain a courage, which actually puts her at 3 courage. And we will archive. Depends on what we want to do this. Do we want a weapon? That's 3 bones and a hide. Stone circle, probably not. Leather worker, 3 hide and organ. We could do that. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of a monster organ. So she's going to take a monster organ, hide it because she's a hoarder. She gets +1 courage. And that takes her to bold. So we'll do the bold story event. So it is during the settlement phase. In this fleeting existence, every moment shared creates meaning. The bonds forged between survivors give you hope. Gain the following. Matchmaker. Oh, that's good for a settlement that doesn't have a lot of population. So she becomes a matchmaker, and she rolls a d10, which is a 1. May re-roll 1 endeavor result. This settlement phase. Okay, so we have a re-roll. We're going to go ahead and move on to gain endeavors. And so we don't have anybody with Tinker. And we don't have enough population for collective toil. So we get 4 endeavors. So 1, 2, 3, 4 endeavors. We're going to move on to update the timeline. And so we are at lantern year 12. So the first thing that happens is a settlement event. So let me go ahead and give these settlement events a good shuffle. And I'm going to pull the 9th one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dark Dentist. So we haven't seen Dark Dentist this campaign yet. A cloaked woman enters the settlement. All that can be seen beneath her hood is the sparkle of perfect teeth. She offers to improve the survivors if they are brave enough. Mend bones. Heal shattered jaw. We don't have anybody with shattered jaw. Gain 1 permanent strength once per lifetime. It requires a large flat tooth. We don't have that. Metal jaw. Gain the following ability. Metal maw. Your fist and tooth gain sharp. That's 2 iron. We don't have 2 iron. Before gaining the benefits of the monster tooth, dentures, or metal jaw, roll a d10 if the surgery was a success or not. Okay, well, Dark Dentist is not going to happen because we don't have any of the resources to actually make it happen. That's fine. And now we have Principal Conviction. So we'll turn to the Principal Conviction story event. Okay, so Principal Conviction. So there is the Principal Conviction, and let me read it to you. Alright, the survivors must find a reason to be, treasure the darkness in all its mystery, or seek to master it and grow strong. We can either master the darkness or treasure the mystery. Huh. We're going to do what we've done this whole campaign. We're going to make it random. 1 through 5, it's master the darkness. It is not. It is treasure the mystery. So life is like a quickly fading lantern. Every precious moment must be lived to its absolute fullest. Add Bone Witch to lantern year 13. The settlement gains the conviction principle romantic. Romantic. Okay, so let's grab Romantic and see what it does for us. Romantic. So the survival limit goes up by 1. So we're at 5. 5 survival limit. And it says, believe in the potential for beauty, decency, and ingenuity in others. When you gain a random fighting art, draw 3 and keep one. Well, that's nice. Okay. Roll a d10 for principal conviction. Oops, that's in the crack. It's a 7. Nominate a survivor. They gain +4 understanding and the following ability. Legend Caller. Once a lifetime on a hunt board space after Overwhelming Darkness, in place of rolling a random hunt event, use 53 as your result. Okay. So who needs this understanding? We're going to go ahead and give it to... I'm going to give it to Valkyrie, who's already got the 3 courage. We'll give her the 3 understanding, which goes ahead and gives her insight. They gain Legend Caller as an ability. Legend Caller. Once a lifetime, after Overwhelming Darkness. Once per life, after Overwhelming Dark, use 53. On a hunt board space after it. Could be any hunt board space. Okay, so she's got Legend Caller. She also now has Insight. So we'll turn to the Insight story event. So Insight. Settlement phase is the Epiphany, and the hunt, which once fills you with inexorable dread, takes on a new dimension. Your expeditions outside the settlement inspire you with curiosity and wonder. Gain the following ability. Tinker. And we roll a d10 for her, and it is a 2. If you innovate this phase, draw an extra card. Okay, and I get to re-roll 1 endeavor roll. Excellent. So that's the end of the events. True. So we're going to move on to update the death count, which we didn't have anybody die. Check the milestone story events. None. Now we develop. So we are going to use Monster Bone, Monster Hide, Monster Organ. So all of them are archived into the box. Use 1 endeavor, and we are going to innovate. So it says we get to actually pull 1 extra card. Symposium lets us pull 2 extra cards. So we're going to pull 5 cards and see which one we want to do. So we have Bed, Sculpture, Scrap Melting, Partnership, or Shrine. Tough call. Scrap Melting is good. Bed is good. Survival limit goes up by 1. Shrine is good. Partnership. Sculpture. I think we're going to choose... Wow. Not partnership, not sculpture. Bed is not bad. Survival limit goes up by 1. Shrine's awesome because then you can use that armor boost. I think we're going to do Shrine. So Shrine, we'll add the Shrine consequences to the innovation deck. Let's do that. Sacrifice goes in. I think that's the only one that goes in with Shrine. Let me check. Yes, Sacrifice goes in to the innovation deck. Put it back over here. And now we're going to use this to do the shrine. It's a 4. So shrine says on a 4+, all departing survivors gain 1 to their hit location. So we're going to put it over here just to remind us for departing survivors. And it's time to start boosting up our settlement, I'm guessing. Oh, with insight, I get to pull another pattern too. I forgot to do that. So I got 4 patterns left. So the tempered axe. I need scrap melting. I need ammonia for this one. I need metal armor. I need a scrap dagger, a scrap sword, blistering plasma fruit, 2 iron. Do I have 2 iron? I have 1 iron. Okay, so I can't do any of the patterns right now. It's a nice thought for later. And now we have the rest of these. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go ahead and build a weapon crafter, which is 3 bone and a hide. Or maybe I should do a leather worker, which is 3 hide and an organ. No, we have the bone to do it now. So we're 3 bone and a hide to get weapon crafter. Mark it down on my sheet. So I need to have 1 endeavor, 3 bone, we'll keep that, and a hide. Okay, so 3 bone and a hide, all gone. We'll archive these. And now we have weapon crafter. Let me grab that. We'll add that to our locations. Let's see what else we have now. We have Matchmaker. So Matchmaker states, spend 1 endeavor to trigger intimacy. So we're going to do that with our last endeavor. And we will trigger intimacy story event. We'll have it be Valkyrie and Tom. So Valkyrie and Tom. A 9. So a 9 on the intimacy story event is the settlement celebrates twice fortune event. You get +2 population. So we'll mark that down. Our population is now 6. This is Lantern Year 12. So born in Lantern Year 12. Born in Lantern Year 12. 1 female and 1 male. And it was Tom, Valk. Tom and Valk. Okay. That was good. That added 2 to our population. We now have a population of 6. So maybe we can survive a little longer. We have 2 sets of rawhide armor, but not much else as far as armor goes. We have some piecemeal armor over here. But we have this weapon crafter now. So we have a great cat bone and 2 hide. We can make a Zambato. 2 bone and a scrap. We don't have any scrap. 2 bone and a scrap for skullcap hammer. I don't think iron is considered scrap, is it? Let me check. Oh, iron is considered scrap. So we do have 1 scrap. So we could actually make 1 of these. We can make a scrap sword, which maybe is what we should do since our savior. And then if we have the scrap sword, we can look at 1 scrap sword, 2 bone, a cloth, and a leather. We need scrap melting and a bone club. We could go for the tempered spear at some point. Counterweighted axe. 2 bone, 1 hide, and 1 organ. Counterweighted axe, huh? Maybe we should do that. Scrap sword or counterweighted axe? We need to get some better weapons here. 2 bone, 1 hide, and an organ. I'm going to walk over here and see what counterweighted axe does. Okay, so it's from the Weapon Crafter. Skullcap Hammer. On a perfect hit, the monster is dazed and gets a -1 speed token. Not bad. Zambato, 1 attack, 6+ to hit, 6 damage, gains devastating 1 whenever you would inflict an additional wound if you have the connections. A Scrap Dagger. On a perfect hit, you get +2 strength for the rest of the attack. It's 3 attacks, 7+ to hit. Counterweighted axe. On a perfect hit, do not draw a hit location. Monster just suffers a wound. Yeah, that's not bad. It's melee, weapon, axe, 2-handed. 4 strength, 2 attacks, 6+ to hit. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and purchase a counterweighted axe. 2 bone, a hide, and an organ. So there's 1, 2 bone, a hide, and an organ. So done. We have a counterweighted axe now. We also have an organ and a questionable bit. And a scrap. Alright, is there anything else we can do with a organ and something else? Let's see. It is a sinew. And you can make another bow. I don't think we're going to do that. Have 2 bow people. Yeah, not much we can do with this. And get a lucky charm, but I don't have the connections. I would need 1 more connection for Lisa, which I could do. I would just move these 2 pieces of equipment over and move the circlet and give Lisa another luck. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to get a lucky charm. So I'm going to use the organ to get a lucky charm. Stand by while I grab it. She already has 1 blue connection because she is the blue savior. This is going to give her the 2nd connection so that she gets a +1 luck. So that'll take care of Lisa. Now she has +2 luck, so that's awesome. She is attacking with the bone blade, though. I wish I had a better weapon for her, but I think that's what we're going to do for right now. The counterweighted axe is going to go over to Tom. And we'll have the bone axe strapped to his back just in case. And we're going to give the frenzy drink to Valkyrie. And just leave the archer as an archer with Wilson. Okay, so that's good. We have still 1 questionable piece. It could be anything. It could even be a hide. So maybe we want to do something with that. I don't think so. I think we're going to keep this. Who's our next person we fight? The hand's coming up. Not this time, next time. So it's questionable piece. I think I'm going to store this in storage. See what we can use it for next time. And with that being said, that's the entire development phase. So I think that was a pretty good development phase for us. We did get the weapon crafter, we did get a counterweighted axe, and now we're going to go over here to prepare departing survivors. Everybody gets a +1. Oh, I'm going to repair her. Everyone's going to get a +1 to their armor rolls. I'll put that on their sheets. And we'll depart. And I think I'm done with not getting my lion first. So I'm going to go ahead and fight the level 2 lion, especially now that we have the shrine. And that's what we're going to do. So when you meet me next time, I'll have this set up and we will attack the level 2 lion. We'll go on the hunt for the level 2 lion. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, welcome back. We're at the hunt phase for entering year 12. We're fighting the level 2 white lion. He's set up. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start this battle. We're going to have Valkyrie be the monster or the hunt revealer. So here we go. Sea of golden grass. Let me read that for you. Fields of golden grass lay ahead. The event revealer, which is Valkyrie, may choose to avoid the plains and roll twice on the hunt event table before moving on. Otherwise, each survivor gains +1 courage, and the event revealer rolls on the table. Well, everybody's going to get a courage. Let's wade through this grass. I am not going to roll twice on the hunt event table. So 1 courage for Tom, 4 for Valkyrie. Wilson gets his first courage, and our savior gets her first courage. So then it says, otherwise, each survivor gains a courage, and the event revealer rolls on the table. So she's going to roll on this table. She's going to get a 5. The survivors circle the tall grass. Lost. Roll on the hunt event table before moving on the hunt board. Okay? So we're going to roll on it anyways. Red first. It is a 76. So let's go to that hunt event table. Find the 76. And it is Dream the Way. The survivors have wild, fevered visions of what lies ahead. All at once, they are startled awake and frantically compare the horrors they saw. Each survivor rolls a d10. If any survivor is a savior, I am. Lisa's the savior. Their powerful dream envelops the group. Each survivor may select whatever die roll result they want. If any survivor's rolls are the same, those survivors discover they had the exact same dream. They gain +1 insanity. If any duplicate rolls are 10s, the event revealer may re-roll any one roll result this hunt phase. Any one die roll, not just their roll. Holy cow, during this hunt phase. Okay, so we're going to choose. If any survivor is a savior, their powerful dream envelops the group. Each survivor may select whatever die roll result they want. So we all choose 10. So, if any survivor's rolls are the same, the survivors discover they have the exact same dream. They gain insanity. If any duplicate rolls are 10s, the event revealer may re-roll any die roll this hunt phase. So that's awesome. So everybody's going to get an insanity. So everybody's at 1. Oh no, Wilson is at 2. Everyone else should be at 1, and that is true. And I get to re-roll 1 die roll this hunt phase. Well, that was beneficial. The event revealer is now Tom. He flips over, marked territory. So it says the white line has marked this area. If any survivor has 3+ understanding, which Valkyrie does, Valkyrie has 4 understanding, they realize the area is covered in ammonia. If they have not invented it yet, the survivor settlement gains ammonia. Well, that's excellent. So let me grab that out of our deck. Ammonia. Pungent bilious substance, ideal for crafting leather and treating wounds. Oh, departing survivors get a survival. So let me just mark that. Our departing survivors get a survival. Ammonia. And then we add ammonia consequences to the innovation deck. So let's do that. So with ammonia comes bloodletting. So there's bloodletting with ammonia. So I'll add that to our innovation deck. Done. And it says roll on the random hunt event table. So red first. It is a 44. So let's find out what 44 is. Opportunists. While investigating their quarry's tracks, the survivors realize they are hunting not one, but two monsters. The two sets of tracks soon separate, leaving the event revealer to pick which tracks to follow. If they follow the larger tracks, continue hunting as normal. If they follow the smaller tracks, start the showdown immediately. At the start of the showdown, the monster suffers 5 wounds. If the survivors are victorious, they gain half the basic resources and half the monster resources from rewards in the aftermath. Well, no. I'm going to go ahead and do the continue hunting as normal. I'm going to go after the bigger tracks. The reason is I came here for the level 2 lion so that I can get more resources, not so I can get half the resources. Even though the win would be easy, well, easier, I need some resources. This settlement is suffering, so I need those resources. Lisa is now the event revealer. It is a random. So I keep putting the book over here, but I should just keep it over here. Red is first. It is a 50. So let's find out what 50 is. Get it. A crude iron cage swings from the branches of a massive tree. As the survivors approach, a man calls out to them from the cage, pleading to be freed. The survivors may pass him by and suffer 1 brain event damage as the prisoner weeps and pleads. If the survivors choose to free him, the event revealer rolls a d10. Brain damage, a random resource, or population. Each survivor loses a random resource. Wow. If they had it. Well, I don't have any resources, so we might as well go ahead and roll. So I'm going to go ahead and free him. We're going to roll this. And it's a 1. So the survivors open the cage, but they all find inside is a skeleton. All survivors suffer 2 brain event damage. Ugh. My rolls are just unbelievably horrible. So Lisa loses her insanity, and she fills in the box. Wilson has no insanity anymore. Valkyrie loses her 1 insanity and fills in the box. And Tom loses his 1 insanity and fills in the box. So a lot of our survivors are 1 away from rolling on the brain trauma chart. The hunt revealer is Wilson. It's a random hunt. So it's a red first. It's an 18. Again, I moved the book over there. I shouldn't have. On a roll of 18, it is dead weed. You find a strange plant growing from the eyes of a stone face. The event revealer, who is Wilson, tries to harvest it. Roll a d10. If any survivor has sickle, add 4. I don't have sickle. So he's going to roll a d10. It's a 7. Try as you might, you cannot pull out the deeply rooted weed. Okay. Well, that's all that happens. Not bad. If that's the only thing that happens, I'll take it. The hunt revealer is Valkyrie. Scratching grounds. Claw marks scar the ground. The survivors may choose to investigate. Each survivor that investigates gets a courage and rolls on the table. Well, we're going to do that. Anytime I can get free courage is perfectly fine with me. Tom's at 2. Valkyrie is at 5. Oops. Marked on the wrong one. 5. Wilson is at 2. And our savior Lisa is at 2. Okay. So I believe each survivor is going to roll on this table. So Tom goes first. It is a 9. Gain 1 white claw, lion claw, resource. So there it is. Okay. Valkyrie is going to roll. It is a 10. Gain a lion claw. There it is. We're going to have Wilson roll. It's a 1. Sifting through the rubble, a shifting stone crushes the survivor's hand. The survivor suffers 1 event damage to the arms location. Okay, so he has 0 armor on the arms. And lastly, the savior is a 9, a lion claw. Hopefully there's another one in this deck. There it is. 3 lion claws we pulled out. Wow. Awesome. So that was Scratching Grounds. We go to Overwhelming Darkness now. Okay, Overwhelming Darkness. There's 3 paths for everybody. Nobody's insane. So with 3 plus courage, there's only one person with 3 plus courage. That's Valkyrie. So everyone else will walk the path of the doomed. So we'll start with Tom on the path of the doomed. It is a 5. You choke on the atmosphere, it leaves you sick and unbalanced. Lose monster level survival, that's 2, and gain a -1 evasion. So he loses 2 survival, he's down to 3, and he gets a -1 evasion token. Valkyrie is going to do the Path of the Brave. That's a 7. With your lantern held high, you cut a path through the teeming darkness. Suffer 1 event damage to your arms. So 0 armor for Valkyrie's arms. Path of the Doomed for Wilson. Ooh, it's a 1. A host of translucent moth. Oh, I can reroll 1. I'm going to reroll this one because that would have killed him. It's a 3. You glimpse a nightmarish whale swimming overhead. Your heart shrivels, lose half your survival rounded down, and gain the PTSD disorder. PTSD means I skip the next hunt phase, and down to 2 survival. And the last one we have is Lisa, who's our savior. So at 8 on Path of the Doomed. +8, resolute, gain 1 insanity and a courage. Okay, well that's good. And she becomes prepared because now she goes to bold. So we'll go to bold because she just got 3 courage. And the hunt phase is where the triumph occurred. We'll roll a d10 on the chart. It is a 9. Gain 1 permanent strength. That's also good. So she's got 2 permanent strength, just natural strength. And that's the end of that. The next one, we go into the showdown. So the next time you join me, I'll be doing the showdown for the level 2 White Lion.